Hi, welcome back, and in this review, we will be looking closely at the Roomba 675, one of 4 entry-level options from iRobot that also includes the 614, 690, and 692. All 4 options are basically the same robots that use the same components, particularly the motor, side brush, and main brush. There are some differences, but mostly with the color scheme and aesthetics. The 675 currently is Roomba's cheapest option with Wi-Fi and accessibility to the iRobot Home app. So I'll quickly run through the features. The Roomba 675 comes in an all-black finish with glossy and matte areas. It has the same round shape as all 600 series robots with 3 main buttons at the center. I don't use these buttons as much since it is compatible with the iRobot app. I'd rather use the app than bend over and push the clean button on the robot. Setting up the app is easy. After downloading the iRobot Home app, tap on the hamburger icon, then add robot. Follow the steps as outlined in the app. Please note that you'll need a router to pair the robot and app. Press the spot and clean button simultaneously to turn on the Wi-Fi on the robot so the app can locate it. The app is quite responsive but with only basic features. Aside from the convenience of accessing the robot through your smartphone, the only other notable feature is the scheduling. You can set a time when the robot will automatically clean once per day. Unfortunately, that's the limit. You cannot set additional schedules on the same day. There's also a handle right here you can use to move it around different rooms. And I would recommend using this on a per room basis since it doesn't have smart navigation. Underneath, it has the same counter-rotating brushes as the 690. I tested both extensively and it did really well picking up surface and embedded dirt. You won't see this design in other brands since iRobot owns the patent. The dustbin slides out from the back and looks massive, but it only has a 300 ml capacity with a low profile door. The good news is it's easy to empty thanks to the wide opening. Unfortunately, it only has a standard filter inside and not a HEPA. Please note that this filter isn't washable. The dustbin itself also isn't washable because part of the motor is inside it. Giving it a thorough clean won't be a problem with its generous opening. One tool I use to keep it clean is a handheld with a brush attachment. The only entry-level Roomba with a HEPA filter is the E5, so keep this in mind. Next, we'll look at navigation. The Roomba 675 has what iRobot calls adaptive navigation, which simply means it will go in a random direction. I tested how effective it is with coverage. I did several experiments where I scattered debris at different areas in the room, and it was able to pick up nearly every crumb of dirt I scattered, so it's pretty good when it comes to coverage. One issue with the standard navigation is its inefficiency cleaning multiple rooms. It won't be as proficient as a robot with smart navigation like a Roborock S5 Max or a Roomba 980. So it's best to clean one room at a time rather than the whole area. Surprisingly, the Roomba 675 didn't have any issues navigating around tight quarters. It was able to make its way out of this maze without getting wedged or stuck. But remember to take out those wires. This robot measures around 13 inches wide and 3.7 inches tall. It's low enough to go under the shoe rack with a 3.8 inch clearance. However, anything lower than 3.8 inches, it won't fit. Climbability is average. I tried it on the 0.8 inch tall rug, and it could climb it if it approaches it at the right angle. However, it won't go over it approaching straight away. The good news is it won't have any problems going over rugs 0.5 inches and less. I would suggest removing light rugs since the 675 will push it around. There are also instances during the testing phase where it pulled a thick rug forward, so it's best to clear these before running the robot. In terms of power, the 675 is below average with only 8.37 CFM of airflow. Fortunately, the lack of airflow doesn't impede the 675's cleaning ability where it made clean passes. But one nagging issue for me is the side brush spinning too fast, scattering debris around in a broader zone. It's more of an issue on hard floors where bits of Quaker oats and quinoa splattered all over the place. On carpet, it's less of a concern because fibers provide more friction, so dirt doesn't travel as far. However, this only happens when cleaning clumps of dirt bundled together. For daily cleaning where the robot only has to deal with dust or hair, it shouldn't be an issue. I like the Roomba 675 better on carpet. Dirt Detect enables it to zero in on dirtier areas. Once the sensor kicks in, the robot will spiral around a zone. This feature is most beneficial on carpet where dirt hides under carpet strands. You can see it in action in the deep cleaning test where I rubbed 100 grams of sand on mid-pile carpet. The 675 circled around several times and was able to pick up 85.1% on average in 3 tests, which is almost identical to the 690's 85.15%. It's one of the better deep cleaning robot vacuums in the budget categories or robots below $300. Next, we look at how well it did cleaning hair. So for this test, I scattered 1 gram of 5 to 7 inch human hair, and the 675 didn't do very well, with most of it wrapping on the brush. So if you have pets or live with anyone with long hair, go for the Roomba E5 since the rubber extractors will resist tangles better. Please check the link to my review below for the complete results of all the cleaning tests. The 675 won't do well cleaning the edges. I scattered pet litter on this corner and it didn't pick up a lot. This Roomba isn't loud, but you will feel its presence. I tested it with a sound meter and it recorded 65.6 decibels in its single power setting. Lastly, we look at battery and runtime. The Roomba 675 has an 1800 mAh lithium-ion battery, which will run for up to 90 minutes. Please note that this robot doesn't have recharge and resume, so once it docks, it won't resume cleaning unless you press the clean button again. To conclude this review, the Roomba 675 is one of the best budget alternatives for cleaning carpet. You can also use it for cleaning hard floors, but the fast spinning side brush will scatter large clumps of dirt, which shouldn't be a concern for daily cleaning tasks. It isn't the most efficient robot, but it's quite thorough. I would suggest using it on a per room basis to maximize this feature. Links are in the description if you need more information about the Roomba 675. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this video has been helpful to you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.